the Smokers Haven Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Z, here with Coop and Andy.
What's going on?
Recently married, Coop.
Yes, sir.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That was awesome. That was
a good time.
Yeah, that was the most fun I've had in a long time. And the most drunk I've been.
It's because we're old now.
Yeah, it took 2 days to recover from. That was rough. Yeah, we're going to talk rookies. Everybody's got a landing spot now. Good. That was an interesting draft.
I'd rather forget it.
Fast.
Yeah.
That first one out went fast.
Yeah, it did. Yep. I was. Yeah.
I liked it.
Cowboys didn't take anybody I actually know, so I hope they're good players. I stopped questioning them after the Micah Parsons thing. So
It is what it is.
yep. Well, let's do news.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
All right. Getting into it, starting off, Travis Kelce getting the 2-year extension, $34 million, about $17 a year.
Probably his last one.
Yeah, you got to think if he even makes it that long. On top of that, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. still not having signed his NFLPA agreement.
Yeah, I'm not sure on what the implications of that are. So I guess if it gets to the point where it actually really matters, we'll hear some more about it.
Yeah, it's just an interesting
Yeah,
thing to keep
he's
an
done
eye on.
everything different. He's done everything different.
You got Kyle Pitts getting his 5th-year option, so it's good to see
He's
he'll
set
get
to have a big year.
another good year, hopefully, and a year after that, and then we can get him signed. Then we got Rashee Rice. Sound like could be an 8-game suspension.
Yeah, it sounded like at least half the season. At least the rumors that are hitting X today. You can follow us on X at 605 Token Podcast or Smokers Haven. Yeah, all the rumors are saying at least 8 games.
I think if that's what they come out initially, I think you will see an appeal, and then maybe gets cut down to 6.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
it gets less than 6 though overall.
sucks for our best ball team.
Yes.
Since we auto picked that guy.
Yeah, that was not.
Oh, hey, that was our first one. We'll do more of those.
So.
Hopefully it'll work a little better.
But yeah, that's about all we got for the news right now. So if you want, let's go ahead and hop into some of these rookies.
Yeah, throw up the screen share one. There. We'll start it off with quarterbacks. It'll pop up. Just takes it a second.
There it goes. All right.
Yeah, first pick, Caleb Williams, like we all knew.
Kind of expected that. Again, not really much to say there now. I mean, everybody kind of knew that was coming. So
Came into a loaded situation. I mean, we'll get more to why it's even more loaded than it was before the draft. Yeah, he's probably the best landing or best situation a first pick has ever walked into. For most of the time, teams are not good where they're picking there.
no. Well, or they don't have a lot of weapons, and they made sure they took care of that.
This was the Panthers pick, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, this wasn't the normal one team being there. Heck, Caleb Williams, I mean, it's on him now. He has no excuses coming in right away.
Yep. Next up, with number 2, we had Jaden Daniels.
Ready for him, Andy?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Did you buy the Jaden Daniels jersey yet?
Nope.
No,
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I'm excited for Jaden Daniels.
It's going to be
His
good.
ceiling is, top 3 fantasy score. That's probably his ceiling. I mean, he could be the number 1. I mean,
Just based on, well, he gets the extra rushing, and so it's always
yeah, that
a
rushing
big
is
upside.
massive.
He's fast.
He is. He takes big hits. That's a little bit of a scary thing in the NFL, but you could teach him to get down when needed.
Going number 3 to the Patriots here, we got
Oh, yeah.
Drake May.
We all had, obviously, Caleb Williams to the Bears. Me and Coop had Jaden Daniels to the Commanders. All right, now we're on to
Mr.
third
Drake.
pick.
Yep, Mr. Drake May going 3rd to the Patriots, who Andy thought they were going to take.
And I heard they got some pretty significant offers to try to trade that pick. Vikings, I think, offered 3 firsts, 11, 23 in the next. Patriots, like, no, we're going to take our guy.
That's kind of crazy because that's a lot of draft
Yeah.
capital.
Ede has basically no weapons to work with. We kind of skipped. Jaden Daniels has at least some weapons.
Yeah,
He's got some receivers.
Terry
He's got-
McLaurin and
Eckler.
Dotson and Eckler, old man Eckler in the back.
You think Eckler's going to have a good year, Andy?
Yep.
I'm down on him, but that offense, I
He
mean,
doesn't play for the Cowboys. You're down on him.
no.
Period.
He just, last year was a little worrisome.
Don't let him fool you long here.
Last year was worrisome. I traded him. I got off Eckler. But I don't know. Commander's offense is interesting. Said with McLaurin and Dotson.
Logan Thomas, the tight end, or
I don't
Well,
think
they-
he's there no more.
yeah,
We
they-
drafted a rookie.
And he signed someone.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait on
Yeah.
that rookie fella. We'll get down.
Patriots, on the other hand, like they have nobody on offense.
I think they did take a receiver in the second, but I think we'll get to that there a
Yeah.
little bit later. So
The next quarterback was J.J. McCarthy at 10. Vikings traded up one spot. I think the Broncos talked him into that one, tricked him into that one or whatever.
yeah, but they got their guy.
Yep, they got J.J. McCarthy to add to Justin Jefferson, J.J. to J.J.
And
Jordan
Addison.
Yep, I think it helps Addison the most, I think.
yeah,
Too many J's.
Yeah. Addison was going to be in trouble if they were going into the season with Sam
You got
Darnold.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah. I like Aaron Jones.
and-
It's an upgrade over Madison.
and then eventually when he comes back, you'll have Hawkinson. So
Oh, shit. I skipped over the main guy I even want to talk about. Let's
I
go
don't
back to
wanna
the
talk
8th
about
pick.
so dumb.
Atlanta Falcons taking their quarterback of the future after just signing their quarterback of the current to a $100 million deal. They get Michael Penix Jr. Footballers today. There might have been an S slipped in on accident at the end. Yeah. Anyways, that was hilarious. Andy's like, "Oh, I said Penix. I don't know. Might not have." But yeah, the Washington quarterback
We'll see.
throws a
I
great
mean,
deep ball.
Yeah. I mean, he's got an injury history. I mean, he's been healthy the last 2 years, so we'll see what happens. But he is an older quarterback. He's going to be 24.
That's the other
next
thing that
week.
it's so weird. You've got an old quarterback, you just signed him to a huge deal. If you're going to draft his replacement, get a young guy at least. I mean,
Or somebody that you can develop.
don't draft his
but-
replacement with the 8th pick.
Yeah.
Go try to win. You could have got Odunze or
Yeah,
could
if
have
we want to
traded
go
the pick or
offense.
something.
Yeah. Or we could have traded back and gotten probably some more picks. And
And I jokingly mentioned that was a possibility last week, just because I'd seen it on a mock. I didn't believe it,
Yeah.
or I would have picked it in our little pick'em things. I didn't believe that was actually going to happen.
I don't think anybody did.
Nope. So, and then the last quarterback in the first round was Bo Nix, picked 12 to the Broncos.
think we.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think
mean-
he's even older than Penix. He's like 26. So he was a 6-year starter.
We'll see what Sean Payton
So-
can do with him.
Yeah.
They did later on draft his buddy at receiver. So,
Got somebody in camp with at least that
Yep.
he knows and
He's
has
got
some
a
chemistry with.
rapport with. The rest of the quarterbacks were kind of later. Spencer Rattler to the Saints. They took a guy last year too.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so-
he sucked.
They're just grabbing rookies, late rookies, and hoping something hits.
Trying to develop one, and hopefully somebody who's good.
Jordan Travis to the Jets. Sure you like
Yeah.
that one.
Other than the fact that it's the Jets,
Yeah.
but
They spent a 5th rounder, so
yeah. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has only got maybe a year left, so we'll see.
and then you had Joe Milton to the Patriots, Michael Pratt to the Packers, Devin Leary to the Ravens. I don't know
The Joe
any of
Milton
those
one's
people are. So
interesting.
who's
'cause,
Joe Milton?
quarterback from Tennessee.
Okay.
So he has a big arm. He played at UCF as well when he had just a gnarly knee and
Yeah, just
leg
noticed
injury.
that. So they took a second quarterback on.
Yeah, in the 7th round or
Interesting.
6th round or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
6th round.
So I was like, okay, but it'll be interesting to see how that works. You never know.
Sure, yeah. Hey, it worked out for the Commanders. Remember when they took 2 quarterbacks in the draft?
Yep. Except Cousins was a 3rd, which was really shocking.
Yeah,
That
it's like,
people are
wow,
like,
you
what?
spent a first and then a third.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. A lot of people mocked him, but it ended up working out.
Did. All right, we'll go down to the tight end position, which we'll go through fairly quickly. Brock Bowers slipped,
And we're done.
which was surprising. I think
Yeah,
everybody thought
go-
Bowers was going top 10.
Yeah,
the
going
Raiders.
13 to the Raiders, which again
After
is
Michael
kind of
Mayer.
yeah.
Yeah, what did they spend on Mayer last year? Was that
second.
Second? So that's a lot of draft capital on the tight ends.
So I don't know. We'll see what
Maybe they're going
happens.
old Belichick style, fucking 2 tight ends.
That's what everybody said.
Really?
I just hope Brock Bowers isn't the Aaron Hernandez then. That did not work out well. We had
No, maybe they'll use him like Buffalo, uses Knox and Kincaid.
yeah. That was okay last year for him.
Yeah.
Bowers is super talented. He's going to be the number 1 guy in that offense as far as the receiving goes. I think he's going to command targets. Devontae Adams probably
Well,
out targets him, but
Yeah,
he'll be second on the team.
yeah, and they'll probably move him around too, because again, he's a big body and he's pretty athletic for his size. So
Then your Commanders took Ben Sinnott or
Yep.
so not in the 2nd round.
the senator. That's what footballers are saying, senator. And then he goes to Washington, which is even makes that joke even better for them. Yeah, Ben Sinnott. I don't know much about him,
But maybe he's a tight end though.
but they spent 2nd round on him.
So he should be getting some time.
He's going to be their starting tight end, I would imagine.
No,
And
they
he
got
was a
that-
lot of people's number 2 tight end heading into the draft.
They got that Tanner kid.
So
Yeah,
and then really, if running the 4th round is really when all the other tight ends went.
huge run. Jatavian Sanders to the Panthers, Theo Johnson to the Giants.
Gage Stover to the Texans, Jared Wiley to the Chiefs, Bengals getting Eric All, and then the Seahawks taking AJ Barner. Oh, it looks
Yeah.
like we did miss a 3rd round one there with the Cardinals taking Tip Raymond.
Oh, yeah, shoot, way down there.
Yeah, that was a 3rd
He
round.
was one of the late adds to this list I did. He went early.
Yeah.
And then Jaheim Bell. He was a name I'd seen a lot of. He went
Florida
later than I
State
think
guy.
people thought.
Yeah, him and
And then Devin Culp.
yep. And then it looks like we had the
I don't know any of those guys.
Yeah.
Andy? You up on any of them?
No.
No?
looks like the Bengals actually doubled up on tight end there in the 6th round too, taking Tanner McLachlan. McLachlan.
Clackian? Yeah.
McLachlan? Quack like a duck.
Buckler. I don't know.
Interesting if you look at tight ends recently, the first one taken has not been the best tight end in the class.
No.
It's weird, but so that look at Ben Snott. He may end up being the top one, or this Tip Raymond.
Raymond. However you say his name.
But that's enough on tight ends.
Yeah, that's boring.
We'll get down into the running backs, who I think slipped maybe a little further than people were expecting, but everybody kind of expected him not to go early.
Yeah. First one going 2nd round, 46 to the Panthers.
Fuck you,
with
Carolina.
Jonathan Brooks.
Jumped Dallas to do that too.
Yeah, and then you guys didn't even take one at all. That was the other thing.
I think we were going to take Jonathan Brooks, and we got sniped, and they were like, well,
They didn't have,
We'll
ano-
just sign
they didn't
Zeke.
have another running back on their.
we'll just
On
go
their
back and
sheet.
get Zeke.
Yeah. Then we had in the 3rd round, Trey Benson going 66th overall to the Cardinals.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that spot for him. I'm not a huge James Conner fan.
Well, and he's getting up there in years, especially for a running back. So,
I think that's a good landing spot for Trey.
and then a couple picks later, 83, we got the Rams taking Blake Corum.
Uh-oh.
Michigan boy.
That's not maybe the best news for Kyron Williams.
Well,
I mean, Kyron Williams didn't impress at the
They just
with his
probably-
athletical skills at the combine, stuff like that. And they don't have a ton of draft capital in him. And they go and spend a third on a running back.
maybe as a backup because they don't like anybody else in the roster. Who knows? Then you had Marshawn Lloyd going 5 picks later there to the Packers. He was one of the higher repped running backs leading up to the draft coming out of USC.
I like that landing spot too. He's got Jacobs in front of him for this year, but that contract Jacobs signed, even though it's a 4-year deal, is really only a 1-year deal that the Packers have options for going forward after that. So if they want to move on and they like Lloyd, and Lloyd could have it all by himself next year.
Should be interesting to see. But again, knowing the Packers, they'll probably take another running back at some point or sign somebody or something.
Yeah, they've got AJ Dillon.
So
Shut up.
going into the 4th round, then we started seeing some of the other guys. Bucky Irvin going to the Bucks, which I thought was kind of funny.
Bucky Irving to the Bucks. That's
Yep.
fitting.
You got Braylon Allen to the Jets. Will Shipley to the Eagles.
That Braylon Allen, does that just basically kill a Anaconda?
Yeah. Well, he's a little bit bigger back, so I don't know.
Just loading up young running backs there behind Brees.
Yeah. Well, just in case he can't stay healthy, you never know. That offensive line is still pretty suspect. So then you had Will Shipley going to the Eagles, Jalen Wright to the Dolphins, and Ray Davis to the Bills. And then Isaac Garendo to the 49ers.
The Jalen Wright one's interesting. Dolphins running game's really good. Granted, he's got a couple guys in front of him, but Mostert and Achan are not the beacon of
Healthiest.
health. So Jalen Wright could definitely get some running time this season.
That's one of those late 2nd, early 3rd round picks that you could really take a flyer on and see what happens.
In the rookie drafts,
Yep.
yeah, the second round's going to be loaded with guys that have a lot of upside.
Then looks like we had one at the bottom here with the Lions taking Sion Vakai. Not even sure who that is.
He wasn't on my list. He was one of the 3 running backs that got drafted that wasn't on my list, and I have no idea who he is. The Lions must, because they spent
Obviously.
a 4th rounder on him.
Must be from a small school or something.
Yeah.
Going on to our 5th round picks, looks like we had Audric Estime to the Broncos, which I was a little disappointed in because he was kind of one of those running backs I was kind of hoping he would go to a decent situation.
Sean Payton can use them, though. He can use running backs. He does a good job
but
mixing it up.
he really doesn't have a chance though to get really any good volume though,
Yeah.
which makes him tough to play.
Javonte Williams hasn't been great, so
We'll see what happens. Then we had SDSU boy Isaiah
Yay.
Davis going to the Jets.
go South Dakota.
You had Rasheen Ali to the Ravens. Giants taking Tyrone Tracy Jr. And then the Jaguars taking Keelan Robinson. So, and then just a couple.
Yeah, those bottom 2, that Tyrone Tracy and Keelan Robinson. I didn't have them on the list, but when I went back through and looked, they were actually on the list. They were just super low rated, so I didn't even bother adding them. And then they got drafted.
And 6th round picks. Looks like we had Dylan Lobby going to the Raiders. Jace McClellan to the Falcons. Jawar Jordan to the Texans. And Kamani Vidal to the Chargers. Taking a running back.
He's getting
They weren't expecting that one, though.
he's getting a lot of hype on X. Kamani Vidal.
Is it?
Yeah, he's getting hyped up. They don't have much of running backs in front of him. Gus Edwards and who was the other one they had?
The other Ravens running back.
Yeah,
J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins, yeah. So Kamani Vidal could get some action in a Harbaugh offense that wants to run the ball.
So that's about all we got there. No
Yeah,
7th round.
No 7th rounders. A bunch of free agents signing with teams.
Most notably, Frank Gore Jr., who may just be Frank Gore in disguise,
Signed
going
up
to
with
the
the
Bills. Kind of weird. He's already played for him, hasn't
Let's see.
But
Yeah, that's about it for the running backs.
moving on to wide receivers then.
Yep. Wide receivers. Marvin Harrison going forward to the Cardinals. Everybody kind of thought that was going to be the case.
Yeah, I think, again, it's going to be good for that offense now with Michael Wilson, who's going to be another year in, Trey McBride, James Conner, now Trey Benson. They've
Healthy
got
Murray.
They've got some weapons down there that I think they can use, and they might be pretty solid. And I don't think they'll maybe be pushing for the title just because San Francisco's
I don't
heads and
know if they're
shoulders
gonna make-
above that division.
Yeah, I would
but
say, I'm not sure they'll make the playoffs, but I mean,
They
the
should be
NFL is so
improved.
crazy year to year. There's so much turnover.
injuries and other shit.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Their offense is going to be much improved though with having a healthy Kyler, top end receiver to throw to.
Yeah. Moving on, we got Malik Neighbors going 6th overall to the Giants. I know you don't like that just because your Cowboys are going to actually have to cover somebody now.
I don't like it for Malik Neighbors. He's going to get a ton of targets, but they're going to be really shitty targets in year one. Good luck, buddy. Don't let Daniel Jones get you killed. Stay healthy. He's gone after this year. I don't like the landing spot for year one. Dynasty, it's probably not going to matter. He's a fantastic receiver. So year one, I'm not super excited.
Then 9th overall to the Bears, we got Rome Odunze.
Kind of the same. The year one, you're not super excited.
But going after that.
But yeah, Keenan Allen's a free agent after this year. So if it's DJ Moore and Romo Dunze after this year, that with a rookie quarterback,
Who gets then a year to also work and develop chemistry.
they've been hanging out pre-draft. Him and Caleb
Dunze.
Williams. So
Interesting.
I love it for the Bears. I don't love it for his value year one, but
Going forward, it should have some decent value.
yeah.
Next up at pick 23, we had the Jaguars taking Brian Thomas.
And cutting Zay Jones.
Yeah. Which was weird.
Yeah, they got plenty of receivers there.
So, next up, we had the who's that? The Chiefs.
yeah.
Trading up with Buffalo and taking Xavier Worthy, giving him the fastest duo or fastest wide receivers with him running 4.21 and then Rashee Rice at 119 miles an hour. So.
And you get Marquise Brown.
And Marquise Brown, who runs a 4.23.
119. That's good.
And you got Travis Kelsey, who will catch the
old
ball
man.
wherever.
They're probably going to win their third Super Bowl now. Well, they're probably going to anyways. But Xavier Worthy's not just
I don't know. Pump the brakes on that one, bud.
he's not a Raiders fast receiver. He's not just fast.
Yeah.
He's also a good receiver.
They got
It's just not fair.
They just got lucky. It's one of those things like how
The Bills were like, you know what? We've never picked at 32. We want to see what it's like to at least hold the number 32 pick. So they gave the Chiefs Xavier
they've done
Worthy.
it once in the franchise history. 'Cause they
Picked at
did
32.
They've won one Super Bowl,
The Bills?
didn't they?
Bills have never won a Super Bowl.
No,
that's
they're
right.
just
Oh.
losers like the Vikings. That's why everybody was rooting. Well, not everybody, but Vikings and Bills fans were rooting for a Vikings Bills Super Bowl. Somebody has to win that game.
It'll end in a
BR.
tie.
Something would happen, like COVID kicks in hard again.
The game has been called. We're just gonna say this is a tie.
Co-champions.
Fuck, something hits,
Co-losers.
something hits the ground and power goes out.
Yeah, that's Xavier Worthy. He probably jumps up to the wide receiver 4 or at worst 5 in rookie drafts.
Yeah, you gotta think he's gonna have a lot of value. But again, I still think you're gonna have Hollywood Brown, and then, well, depending on how long Rice is out, once he comes back, he's gonna cut into some of that production.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Xavier Worthy takes that wide receiver 1 role and just runs with it.
We'll see. Then you had the Bills trading back again, or no, sorry, we have the 49ers at 31, taking Ricky Pearsall, which was a
And
surprise.
then not trading Ayuk or Debo.
Yeah, so makes you wonder what they're going to do there. And then
It's
now
still
you
right.
had the Bills at 32 trading back with the Panthers,
Trade back again.
and the Panthers took that Xavier Leggett. Have you heard this dude talk?
Xavier Leggett.
He has got the deepest
Oh, is he the
southern
super
draw.
south? Yeah, then I did. I did hear that.
He talks with.
That was really southern.
I was like, wow, that boy is country.
It's a good joke on why the Panthers wanted to come up to 32 to get him, because they probably could have got him at 33.
Oh, they
But
probably
they
could've.
wanted the 5th-year option
Yeah,
because it took him 5 years in college to break out. He was actually a 5th-year receiver this last year. It's his only year where he was good. He has like almost, I mean, he has 0 stats for his first 4 college years. I mean, relatively speaking, I mean, he has next to no stats for 4 years. And then all of a sudden, the 5th year just blows up. So they needed that 5th-year option. That is
just to make sure.
You never see 5th-year breakouts in college. You just don't see that.
Unless
It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You don't see 5th years, and they've usually done something beforehand.
Yeah.
So interesting profile.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, from everything I've heard, I don't watch film, but everything that people say is film is
fantastic.
like amazing. They just don't know where he came
fifth-year
from.
Going on then to pick 33, basically first pick, second round. The Bills took Keon Coleman.
Who I think they would have taken at 32.
Yeah. I think that just his value should shoot up. He should
Huge.
be
He goes in front
least
of a
now a
lot of
first
these.
round pick.
He goes in front of some of these first round receivers like Pearsall and Leggett.
Yeah.
And then sometimes even Brian Thomas. Worthy's kind of jumped ahead, but Keon Coleman.
Yeah, he should
They're
be
going
one
to
of
use him in the
top
they're-
5 rookie wide receivers
yeah,
taken.
They're going to run him like Stephon Diggs. I mean, he's going to come into the wide receiver 1 role. There's no one else there.
Yeah. So,
Curtis Samuel.
but that's
Like
gonna
I
be-
said, nobody
not a
else
number
there.
one.
Gabe Davis is gone.
So
And you got Josh Allen who wants to just chuck the ball. So
we'll see what happens.
I like Keon Coleman.
Then you had the Chargers taking at 30, trading up and taking Lad McConkey.
People say
Georgia
might
wide
fill that
receiver.
Keenan Allen role. It's body type similar. He was getting a lot of hype pre-draft being a first rounder. So slipping down on the Chargers there in the second, he gets to be their wide receiver 1 because they let everybody else go.
Yep. Then at 37, we have the Patriots taking Jalen Polk, who a lot of people said was a reach.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. So
I believe he was Washington, wasn't he? I don't remember. I think he was out of
kind of
Washington.
had a lower score going into it. Jumped up now because he got the draft capital. Yeah, I don't know who Jalen Polk is. So
It's the Patriots, so you got to assume their scouting department knows what they're doing.
even without Bill, they do weird stuff.
Going into the third round now, we got Jets taking who I think is a steal in the draft, that Malachi Corley. From what Steve Smith was saying, he thinks he could be another like Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, like he's that good on his route tree.
Yeah, if he's a good route runner and smart, that'll work because Aaron Rodgers will throw him the ball.
Yeah, if you can get open and you can
Fuck
catch
up
it,
too much,
he
Aaron
will
Rodgers
find
just
you.
won't throw you the ball anymore. He won't even help you. He'll
Yeah,
just
let's just
stop
get
throwing
10
the ball.
snaps out of him first.
Then at 80, we had the Bengals taking Jermaine Burton. And then at 84, the Steelers taking Andy's man, Roman Wilson,
That
Why is that my guy?
Michigan boy.
So, I mean, it's my boy.
Jermaine Burton back with the Bengals. Once T. Higgins moves on, he's going to have a chance to take that number 2 spot.
Yeah.
They don't have much else behind him.
They
So
still might move on with him.
with Higgins,
they
yeah,
might trade him.
they
he
could.
wants a trade, so see what happens.
I don't know. With the draft being over, it's a lot harder to trade him now because you don't get anything in return until the following season. Bengals are trying to win.
Yeah. And then with the last pick in the third round, the Commanders take Luke McCaffrey, Christian's
Jalen
little brother.
McMillan to the
Yeah,
Bucks.
I hope he's got the same fucking Jesus.
But yeah,
Brother
and then
Christian.
Luke McCaffrey to the Commanders. Commanders went offense, quarterback, tight end,
Yeah, I'm liking it.
and receiver.
They had to do something. I mean, although you think
grabbed
you
a
would have
running
liked to
back,
seen some
too.
offensive linemen, maybe
That's why they got Jaden Daniels. They're like, dude, just run.
run for your life. Run.
I wish I had that sound effect. Run. Oh, shit.
Moving on to the fourth round, looks like we had Troy Franklin going to the Broncos.
Going reunites with his college quarterback, then Bo Nix.
Yep.
He dropped, though. Troy Franklin. There was a lot of talk. He was like
First round.
first, second round receiver.
he
Drops
didn't-
all the way to the start of the fourth round. But right at the start of the
Yeah.
fourth round.
So, I mean, again, with this being such a deep draft and so many positions, I mean, a lot
So
of
many
teams-
receivers.
that
Look how many
too.
receivers we've already went through.
Yeah. And we're still not done. 113 Ravens taking Devontae Walker. I like that. I think he could step into that Odell role.
Shit, there was a one
Easily do that.
Walker. Then we had Javon Baker to the Patriots at 110.
Oh, you can see him right before him.
So yeah, they took a couple
Hey.
receivers.
You missed the second rounder in a Donnie Mitchell going to the Colts.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah. Did we? Holy shit.
didn't.
I missed it too.
Yeah.
Speak up over there,
I did.
Adonai.
You guys just
Adonai
ignore me.
Mitchell going to the Colts.
Adonai Mitchell. He actually, there's talk he could be the best receiver in the whole class possibly when things are all said and done. But that's like ceiling. He also has no floor.
Yeah, that he could just be absolutely terrible.
I love that he went to the Colts.
Basically
Gives him
Charles
another,
Rogers.
gives him another option to throw to. With Anthony Richardson, hoping has a bounce back year and stays healthy.
Another big body wide receiver for him, kind of like Pittman, too.
We missed anybody else over there?
No, that's it so far.
So let's see. And that moves us up to 135 there for Jacob Cowling going to the Cardinals. I just like his name, Cowling.
Cowing.
He's Cowing.
Is that like you like walk around going like moo?
That's what I'm wondering if he just
What?
believes it everybody.
Like that's cowing, right?
Moo.
I have no idea.
Well, what else would cowing be? Cowing is the
Dude,
act
I
of-
don't really keep
cow,
up with
right?
the language these days of kids.
Oh shit!
I mean, I know like about maybe 60% of it. But
I know
looking at
enough to
the,
annoy my kids,
you're
just
right.
enough to be sus.
Busting. That's busting.
busting, boys.
Oh, it's busting. That just,
Oh shit!
I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. I think they might have moved on from that.
Yeah, it's because we took it from
What do we have? Oops.
You take nothing.
really, that's the end of the fourth round. And then kind of looking at the fifth round, really only one guy I really know out of all these is Jamari Thrash, wide receiver out of Louisville. Solid wide receiver. Good, runs good routes. Got decent speed, but
Yep. I don't
very
know
good
any of 'em.
hands.
You had Anthony Gold to the Colts, another receiver. Anais Smith to the Eagles. Hope he's not good. And Bub Means to the Saints.
That's just a fun name, Bub.
Bub.
Your name's Bub.
What's up, Bub?
Bub Means.
What's up, Bub?
Bub means what? What's it mean, Bub?
Make us all t-shirts. What's up, Bub?
What's up, Bub?
What's up, Bub?
Get his jersey and it just says Bub.
So, bath bombs.
Sixth round, we had Jaquan Jackson to the Titans.
Yeah.
And Malik Washington to the Dolphins. They just keep loading up receivers. Johnny Wilson to the Eagles.
Which I was disappointed in. I was kind of
again-
hoping he'd go somewhere else.
Hope he's not good.
He's a Florida State kid. He's 6'7".
Damn it.
He's huge.
The Eagles always pick good. It's annoying. And damn it.
We damn it.
I don't want to wish bad things on people. So if our owner could just stop being the general manager, it'd be great. He's a fantastic owner.
Then it looks like at Titans at 182 there with Jaquan Jackson. Falcons with Casey Washington at 187.
Is that further down here?
To
Yeah, it's at
John
the bottom.
Palmer to the Cardinals.
Oh yeah, those were guys. I did not have information on Casey Washington, Tom Palmer,
To John Palmer. Or is it
Tayshaun.
Tajon? Tajon Palmer.
Can't even read.
You got the Rams with Jordan Whittington, and then the Cowboys with Ryan Florno. So I'm sure you'll let us know all about him here in 2
Flournoy.
months.
Sure, I'll learn.
I think it's
I'll-
Flournoy.
Flournoy.
See,
But yeah, I have no
already
idea.
learned something already.
I do not know who that
2
guy
weeks
is.
from now, we'll know his like jersey number. Like what is?
That's it
How
for the
big
rookies,
his hand
right?
size is.
yeah.
Yeah. Other than 7th rounders, which aren't really shit. So
All right, I'm gonna pop up Ryan's league here. I finally got it put in here today. It's RSO league. Rookie draft starts in a few days for his.
What day is that? Sunday. I think I'm number 4. So
What is 3 days from tonight? So
Saturday night.
yep, Saturday at midnight.
So Saturday, Sunday, midnight.
Yep. Mine starts tonight at midnight in 4 hours.
TikTok.
Andy's on the clock, so he can make his pick at any second.
Anytime. And
Between
with the
now
first
and
pick I
tomorrow night at
choose, you'll
midnight.
never know.
We'll know by tomorrow at midnight.
Yes, you will. You'll know before then. You'll probably know before the end of this. Maybe.
I finally got this all put in. Took a little while to set up, but now that's in, it'll be easy to keep running. Obviously, this is pre-auction draft, pre-rookie draft, so people have a wide variety of
Yep, I'm in the fraud area. I already
roster
looked at this.
numbers right
yeah.
now. But yeah, right now.
No,
see, we
you're
get-
not in the fraud yet. Andy.
Oh wait,
Yeah, I am.
oh no,
No, you're not.
I'm
Hold
like
on.
right in there.
hold on.
No, you're in the elite side.
No.
Get me out of there.
Wait a minute.
I was in the wrong one.
I was 2. I was in RSO auction.
That was in mine.
That's yours?
You didn't pull up Ryan's RSO?
No, I
That
pulled
we're
up my
talking about?
RSO like a moron.
I think I did the same thing.
I'm like,
I was
what
looking
are
at
you
it like,
talking about?
wait a second, this doesn't quite look right. Because I wanted to say Andy had the number 1 team. Then I look like, wait a second,
No.
I'm in the wrong one. But yeah, for the total team value right now,
Where do I find that?
Andy is number 1. Ryan's RSO.
He is. Yeah, the funny one about all this is Team 8 at number 3.
Let me see where it's sitting. Let me see. It might not be sitting in the folder yet.
No, because I grabbed it. Well, I guess I
What
have
folder?
access to the folder.
Podcast. Yeah, it's not in a folder. That's why I didn't move it. It's in podcast documents where it's supposed to be now.
I was just in there.
Yeah, I just put it in there. When I made it, I must have just made it
Ryan's
from the main
RSO,
drive
there
and then
we
it just
go.
sticks it somewhere.
In there like swimwear.
So yeah, this thing, I love the way it
I
shows.
have the number 1 team. How do you?
Because for total team value, you have a lot of players right now. Where you got your chronic.
I like my team in this one.
Best
Yeah,
part
you've
is
got Jordan Love, Achan, Garrett Wilson, Drake London, Waddle.
Chase Brown, who's going to probably be the starter
Pickens.
in Cincinnati now that.
Well, they got Zach Moss.
Yeah, who cares?
I like
My
your
fifth-
roster
I
right
did
now.
my 5th
before
year
the-
option on
Garrett
Waddle.
Wilson,
Waddle.
Before
Before
we go into the draft, and
And I got the number 4 pick, so. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
so yeah, you got a good roster. To
And you
start
already
with.
know Caleb's going number 1 in this one. Take for
Yeah,
Caleb.
yep. We know Caleb Williams number 1 in this one.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Where's Green Solutions? There you are. There's Coop's roster to start before we go into the rookie draft and the
Is that below
auction
me
draft.
or above me?
Below, I think.
Oh, man.
You got Jalen Hurts, Aaron Jones, Olave, Ayuk, Kelsey.
Tony Romo.
Good little foundation to start with.
Derek Carr as a second quarterback who, not great, but at least it's somebody that generally is a starter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Your team. Sure. I would not want this one. Right now.
And we'll go up to my sorry scrub
You got
lineup right
receivers.
now. I've got receivers. That's it. We got CD, Jamar Chase, Puka Nakua, and Devonta Smith and T. Higgins. Like I've got 5 good receivers. That's about it.
I was gonna say
You got Sam Howell, the backup up there in
you got
Seattle.
Pacheco.
I got Pacheco, who should be a RB2 at least for me. But yeah, I've got nothing else. So I've got some cap room.
Traylon Burke.
I have no
Traylon
draft
Burks.
picks this year or next.
Oh, you're gonna be hurting.
Yeah, I swung for the fences and
Miss.
I didn't get there. Yeah, came up short. I was trying to win back to back, get that bonus pot. I went all in and it did not work out for me.
Nope, I came out
I'll
on
reload
top.
and see what happens. Let's see, for starter ages, I guess it doesn't really matter so much right now. I've got a pretty young core. So is Andy.
I've got one of the older teams,
Yeah.
26.7.
Ancient. What does this have for our?
Pirate gold.
Let's see. I'm in the contender. Let's see. Coop's down here in fraud.
Again, though, this
Moving
is,
towards the middle though, which
Yeah.
could be either any direction.
and again after the it'll be
Chronic
kind
over
of
an elite.
interesting to see how this has
I don't
changed.
know how
Like
many-
after the auction draft and the rookie
That's why I wanted to
draft.
get it in now, so we could kind of see like, okay, here's where you were at with before everything, and then see the movement from year to year, just throughout this season. Even be kind of interesting. Also like this, if you hit waiver masters, I added this one with rookies because the other one doesn't have the rookies added. This shows you, based on the keep trade cut values, who's all available.
That's it.
Kind of sweet, and you can see which ones are
Josh
rookies.
Allen. He was on my team. You're telling me I can
CMC.
get Christian McCaffrey?
Yep.
Hold on, let me rephrase
available.
that. You're going to tell me I'm going to get Christian McCaffrey?
He's available.
Yep.
We got Josh Allen out there, Patrick Mahomes,
AJ
Burrow.
Brown.
Barkley, Jacobs, Evans, Adams, Swift,
It's stacked up out there this year.
Prescott,
See Mike Evans in there, Hawkinson.
Ridley Johnson.
Joe Mixon.
If you click on the other one, the
Keenan
waivers
Allen,
master,
Nick
it takes
Chubb.
all the rookies out of it.
Yep, that's what I had clicked on.
So then you can see without the rookies in there.
I don't think I have rookies in there.
Which one are you on, waiver master?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the next one's the one with the rookies in there. I added that one on my own. Felt really good about it too. I had to go and figure out which part of the formula to erase that was taking the rookies out. Yeah, this guy who created this thing's fucking smart. I wish I had done computer stuff. Go over here to the main sheet. This is the one I actually did. This one breaks down more of the RSO specific stuff. When you go to the main sheet.
I probably gotta move over.
Yeah,
It's not the roster master, right?
no, it's all the way to the almost all the way to the right. When you get past all the
there it
padlocks, it's the first
Main
one.
sheet.
Main sheet.
If you see the team names that have the little name in parentheses, that's just because I copied this from mine, and each of these little boxes is linked to one of the tabs with the formula. And I don't want to go through and change all of those to the other team names. So, like, I mostly everybody in this league is almost in my league. Almost everybody.
Hold up. You're telling me I have 114 million to spend?
Post draft. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait. No, those aren't right. Scratch those.
That's
Good catch though, because I got to update those. It can't know the draft costs. I have to put those in. I forgot to do that. Good catch. The number of draft picks is correct though.
That's crazy. Leno with
I don't
no
believe
picks,
Yep, I know with no picks.
but he's got 140.
I got 4 picks.
Yeah, so his draft cost will be 0. He's got 114 left. Huh?
I have 4 picks.
I think you got a third from me, didn't you? Or
That was
a
in his
different
league.
trade? Oh, that was in the other
Let's
league?
see. Chronic has.
Do you have a thing that shows the draft picks?
Oops. Yeah, this picks tracker. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I might know what it is. Let's see. Is it counting like a?
Actually, I might have traded. No, I think,
Did I?
I think that was the other one.
The pick's wrong too.
Nope, those are right. I'm taking
Nope.
that. I'm getting that fourth pick, and I get to.
Like I said, I copied this from the other one. Got most of it updated.
Dang it!
Good thing we went through it because I caught a couple
you
of
said
things.
first picks were right.
I did because I was thinking they were, but this is Ryan's, and those are definitely not right. All the dead caps though should be, all the percentages and stuff should be set up right. It's kind of crazy. Who is this right here? Who's 7? Jarvis. It's 23.5 million in dead cap.
Wait.
If you scroll over to their actual team tabs, and it'll show you like he's spending $9 million this year on AJ Dillon to not be on his team. 6 on Irv Smith, 5 on Tyler Boyd. And it's kind of a quick reference to look at a team's roster and their salaries too.
Dead cap. Oh man, I'm just spending a little over 5, just under 6.
Mostly on Chig.
Oh yeah, because I cut him.
Yep, mostly on Chig.
I think all of it was on Chig.
Yeah, I cut Zach Wilson, see, for 2.8, and Kyle Trask for just under 700K. So
So then
not a lot of
once we-
dead cap for me.
Once we do the draft, I'll just add names to it, and then I just copy the list of names and add it to that roster masters, and it updates everywhere else.
Nice.
So that part's sick. And then the keep trade cut values, they hold them in this raw data form, but that updates on its own every day.
Nice.
So like yesterday, there was no ages for the rookies. They didn't have their ages in there yet, and keep trade cut. So then today, when it updated, bam, all the rookies had ages in there. It's like, well, that's sweet. I don't have to touch that. It just does it on its own. The values update. Like I said, the guy who created this is fucking smart. He had this set up nice. And I just modified it to work for
What you wanted.
this league. But if it wasn't RSO like the sleeper ones, literally just go in here, throw in a sleeper ID in your format, bam, it sets it all up for you. Auto imports the rosters, imports trades, all of that stuff. You don't really have to touch any of it.
That's the fun part. It'll be
badass.
fun to see again, watch throughout the next few years, kind of how teams
It's going to be
rise
cool
and
to
fall.
be able to see that track along with it. And just the easy reference too to look if you want to know average age of your starters or total
Right.
team value and stuff. When we want to do the league previews before the season starts, there'll be a lot
lot more
lot
data.
yeah, you'll be able to pull info off here for team what you want to talk about. Just being in an easy spot. This is exactly what I was thinking in the off season. Like, I really want a way to have all the keep trade cut values for each player combined into somewhere where you can see them all. And I didn't know how to do it. And I ran into this on Reddit. Fell in love.
Yes. And again, it's awesome.
Dude, I sent dude $15.
Nice.
He wasn't selling it or anything, but after working with him for a few days, he had kind of, what would you call it? Perfected? Not even perfected, but just, he had made it for his own thing, but he went through and made it work for idiots like me to be able to set it up without having to do a whole lot of coding stuff or formatting stuff. So once he got it all set up, then he put out like a Buy Me a Coffee? That site, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can give money to content creators or whatever. I was like, fuck yeah. I'll give you $15. He spent a lot of time working on it, getting it set up so it would work for me.
So you only spent $15 on a guy who spent all that time
Yep.
to set somewhere. Yeah.
He's in college, computer science.
So
This thing is so cool. I'm going to use the shit out of this throughout the season.
it'll be fun.
Mostly to make fun of people in that Scrub of the Week thing.
No, I'm sorry, the what?
It's still called Scrub of the Week.
It's under
Pull it up.
It's under maintenance.
Oh, shoot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this week's scrub is Dante.
Totally random, but funny nonetheless.
Got a little tiny little lad.
Anybody behind him? Oh, it's his mom.
Change it. Change it.
Oh, there's his dad.
It's funny that it just randomly turns those on.
And then we got Maddie. Oh, who's that guy, Andy?
That's not me.
That's little Damien.
Maybe it ain't so little anymore.
We got
Scarecrow.
That's
We're so going to work on
last
those.
one was Blair Witch.
Yeah, we're so going to work on those pictures. And again, if you know anybody, or if you know anyone in our leagues and you have pictures you want us to display,
There's another one.
do it.
There he is. You can't just throw them all up there and then leave Grimace
Dude,
out.
funniest thing, I was watching John Oliver last week.
And he said something about
He
Grimace.
did. He called him super sexy. I was like, that's fucked up considering what we use Grimace for.
Well, which is me. That's
I
just
can't
what
wait
we
to
have
use this season.
He trade raped you.
Like,
You've been trade raped.
Did not trade rate me.
Yes.
Okay?
that is the one I'm looking forward to
That's-
the most. I can't
Yeah,
wait to
You're
use
gonna be
that.
getting that a
This
lot.
is going to be one of my favorite ones for coming up. All those teams going to be choking down the playoff stretch.
Yep.
Like
You should
Brandon does.
Hit
usually.
Andy. This is our podcast. What was it? Scabadi.
I don't know. That's
They
not
got-
me.
You were
not
combining
me.
all our names together. I love that one.
Goodbye.
There you go.
Goodbye.
See, we should have like a whole screen of just Andy sounds.
No.
Yeah, we should.
No.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that.
We need to get Andy to loosen up.
We'll have to
Give us
start
some
getting him
sounds.
drunk before the show.
Yeah, you get me drunk, bud. Right before that, you get me drunk before a
I've
show.
never seen it, but I've heard we don't want to do that.
When was the last time you drank? 10 years ago?
18.
18, going on 2 decades.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably not happening. People will start making them use gas
Yeah,
masks before the show.
I'd win a year before your wedding. Right. Not because I'm an alcoholic, because I'm not, but just because I don't like being hungover.
Well, yeah.
So I just don't drink. I'd rather smoke.
That was the first time I
But-
drank in like 8 months.
It's like I had this badass cup, and I was like, I gotta put something in this cup, and it can't just be water.
Could have
So,
done lemonade.
Yeah.
you know, it
That
was some Irish whiskey on ice. It was good.
I'm glad you like those
Yeah.
cups because we were trying to think about what to get the
Oh, those
wedding
cups
party.
are sweet. Dude. That's so fucking awesome. Yeah, that was fun.
All right. Well, I think
Unfortunately, I don't get to do very many of those. And the older we get, the less of those we get to do, and the more of the,
Don't be looking
the
at
ones in
me.
a box we get to do.
you're the only one not married, Andy. Come on. We need a
Yeah.
reason.
Give us a wedding.
You guys,
Um,
you guys talk to Miss Peterson, and then okay.
Who?
What? What's going?
Miss Peterson.
Yeah, that's
Miss
right.
Peterson.
That's Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
Well, until next week.
Totally. Yeah. Goodbye.
Always.